Good afternoon all. I am Mr. Brown, a great physicist. I'm here to carry out an experiment on wave, which is centered on reflection of wave on a plane surface. Okay, this is the setup for this experiment. With the help of this diagram, I can now carry out the practical. These are the procedures for this experiment. So, with me, I have the plane mirror, the protractor, the ruler. These are the 4 pins, pencil, and I have my eraser. This is the drawing board, and this is the plane sheet. So, based on the procedure on the board, the body written on the board, I'll have to get the length of this plane mirror, and I'll call it my AB. A, B. I'll now get my ruler to know the center of this plane mirror. The length is 10 centimeters, so the center is what? 5 centimeters. With the center, I'll now get my normal. I'll get my normal from that center. I'll get my normal. And I'll call this point Q. Point Q. So this is my normal. So, based on what's on the procedure on the board, let me come to this part where you see your x equals to what? 1 centimeter. So, I'll now measure 1 centimeter from this point to get my incident rail. 1 centimeter from this point. So, I'll now call this point C. So, my AC is now my x. So, my AC is my x, which is equals to what? 1 centimeter. So from my AC, I'll now have to get my incident rail, which will meet at the normal. Get my incident rail. I have to get my incident rail, which is meet at the normal. Okay. So I'll now have to. This is now my incident rail. My incident rail. So I'll get my pin, my first pin. I'll place my first pin here. Place my second pin. I'll place the 2 pin. I'll now call this one P1. Call this one P2. So I'll now place my plane mirror so that I can be able to get my reflected rail, and with the help of my plane mirror, I'll now get my reflected rail. How is it possible? It is very simple. I'll come to this side. I'm seeing the pin 1, the pin 2 image on the plane mirror, and I'm going to use my pin 3 and pin 4, which must be in line, straight line with the image formed in the plane mirror. So I'm tracing it now. It must be in line with those 2 pins reflecting on the plane mirror. The one on pin 3 must be in line with pin 1 and pin 2 that is reflecting the plane mirror. Be on the straight line. Remember, it must be on a straight line. Perfect. So, the 2 pin that was fixed is now in straight line with the reflected pins on the plane mirror. So, I'll now have to remove my plane mirror, remove my mirror coda. I'll remove this. I'll now have to join it. I'll have to join it with the normal. I'll have to join it with the normal. Okay, I'll now call this pin 3 and pin 4. This is my reflected what? Rail. Okay, it is very simple. What I did on AB, I'll still do it I'll still measure my 1 centimeter at this point. Okay, I'll trace it as well. With the reflected rail. I'll join it. Okay, I'll call this one AB. A, B, C. I'll call this one D. So this is now the angle of incidence, and this is the angle of reflection. And this, I can still look for this. This is C1. I can call this one C1. I can call this one what? C2. So with the help of my protractor, I can now bring out the angles needed. If I want to get my I1, what I'll just do is that I'll just have to put it this way. I'll get it. It must be in line with the normal. Like I said, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. It must be in line. Okay. So I've gotten it already. So that's how I'll keep doing it until I'll now be getting my angle of incident and angle of what? Reflection. I can also use my protractor to get my C1 and what? C2. Okay, this is the table of value based on the what? The experiment.